Okay, now wanted me to rotate the camera first. Okay, we should be there. It wasn't detecting the position of the camera. That was the problem. Ta-da! I had to do a little messing around. Hello, hello. Welcome. Let's see if I can finish getting this set up right. I had more trouble getting this to work, and it turned out it was the fact that it couldn't detect the position of the camera. Doesn't that figure? Well, crap. Ah, nothing wants to work right. I don't know if I'm live or not because my tablet is not agreeing with me. Let's try this again. Am I there? Can anybody see me? No. Hey, I am there. All right. Now, let me put this up. I was making a couple of sprays. I hope everybody's been having a good Saturday. Mine's been a little bit weird. I stayed up all night, slept a little while, then got up later this afternoon. Actually got my tables cleaned off a little bit, made a couple of little sprays, sprayed inside of the dictionary. Okay. Trying to see what is in. What is it doing? Oh, just a second. It's about to fall out. That's what's wrong. Ah, just found out I could do that. Okay. There we go. That's better. Just found out I can zoom in and out on my phone. That's interesting. Now, I have these butterflies that I did, covering them with UTE, ultra thick embossing powder. Where's my big thing? Here we go. Ultra thick embossing powder. I buy it at Michael's, and this container goes a long way. It looks like it's low because I actually was using my brain just went crazy and I lost my mind and can't remember what I'm trying to say. The heat pot. So I melted about half of the container in that. And then I decided I'd do it the way most people would be able to do it, and that's using the Versamark. And of course, I can't find my Versamark pad, so I had to make a little one. And I took my Versamark refiller and made a little pad because I have these little ones, and it worked just fine. And then I couldn't find my heat gun, of course. it's hiding with my Versamark. So luckily I have my industrial heat gun, which is a heat gun from Harbor Freight. Kids, don't do this at home. This is the heat gun I'm using. And it doesn't cost a lot, but you can burn everything up with it. So I wouldn't suggest using one like this unless you're very familiar with using heat guns, understanding how embossing powder melts and how paper will burn and everything else around it will burn if you're not extremely, extremely careful. Because I've caught my butterflies on fire, even though I know how to use it. So let's get down to this. I'm going to do one. Where did I put my paper? Okay. From the beginning, so you can see exactly what I did to make these pretty butterflies. It's very, very simple. And it doesn't have to be butterflies. You can do this with any type of paper, anything that you print, cut out from a magazine, a book, a paper, draw. I have done Christmas cards that I've colored and just covered the entire front of them. In fact, let me look real quick because I think I know where I can find one real fast. Should be right here. Well, there's that. There's that. Should be right with this. Of course it isn't. I had this stacked up right here together. Where are they? Of course, they're not here where I thought they were. Everything else is. I'm still here. Looking for my little cards that I did with using the UTE. Well, I'll be darned. They've sat here in my way forever, and that's the way it is. Something's in your way forever, and then when you're finally looking for it, you can't find it. Isn't that the way the world works? I would have bet $100 I would have found that within 15 seconds. Huh. Found everything else in the world. Oh. And I do mean everything else in the world. Oh, wait a minute. Here they are. Found them. Okay. Now this one cracked. If you do it too thick and you bend it, it will crack. If you can see the cracks in it there, and the big crack there. So it will crack. Come on, focus. There, you can see those cracks. So, see? You hear it crack? Kind of a cool crackle effect if you want it. And this actually embossing folder, unless you wet your paper, doesn't do a really good job because it emboss is too deep. Now this, I painted it first, colored it, and then did the UTE on it, UT on it. Looks like it's enameled. I love this one. This was just a thin coat on it. It really looks pretty. And this one, I think I did 3 coats. So it's much heavier. I guess I ought to do it this way, huh? It's really cute. But I love the shine it gives. And if you look, I actually did a little glitter in the bottom for the snow. So in fact, this one has a lot of blue glitter. I didn't even notice. This has a lot of blue glitter around. So this is just one thing. In fact, this is, I think, the first time I really played with it, the UT. So this is a first attempt with it. It's really easy to work with. Now, what butterfly should I start with, or what should I do? I have these that Janie sent me. Janie sent me that, these, and these are some I had printed out. And these are some little circles I printed out. I was going to see if I had a punch that would work with those. Sure I do. That's not the round one. The one I'm looking for. Okay, I had it out last night. Where is it? Two round punches out last night, so where are they? That's too big. I was using it last night. Where'd it go? Here's one. See how this one will do. It's a little small, but it'll give us an idea of what works. I need a bigger punch, but can play with it. Oh, I see what I can punch out. Never mind. Just giving an idea of a couple of things to play with. That would be pretty. All shiny. And this one is just plain copy paper. I haven't done one on copy paper yet. I think we ought to see how that does. What do you think? I need to move forward. The way I have this camera set up, I have to get right up close to the desk. How about this little one? I know, nobody likes to fussy cut, huh? I have a small pair of scissors that just cut right through the paper. It's not all that bad. right around the curves. Okay. Let's move this so I can rest my hands on the edge of the table. Can y'all still see what I'm doing? Yeah. I want to make sure I marked the edges where the camera, I should still be in frame, but then I had to take the camera off the thing. By the way, Sharon, I used the selfie stick to this that you sent me to set the camera up. It's kind of a weird setup, but it works right now because I'm still at my table in my living room. Dad and I have got a lot more done, so we're getting closer to getting me moved into the craft room. Who here has some UTE at home? By the way, I don't try to cut out the antenna. I've tried it. It's a nightmare, so I give up on those. Anybody want to do it? Go for it. A little too fussy cut for me. Pauline, Sharon. Well, my philosophy, as far as for people who can't afford to buy all of these supplies, is find somebody that can buy them and then get a little bit from them. That's what I am doing as far as, oops, my trash can's turning over. Okay, there's that one. Now, which one did you all decide I should cut out? Whoop. The one, the dark blue or the light blue? I know I cut out more than one. Oh, there it is, two of those. Okay, I have one dark blue, one light blue. Somebody else give me a vote. Okay. Crap. And we get a look at the ceiling again. Shoot. That's not what I want. Let me figure out how to get it to let me turn the screen around. There we go. There. We're back. Let me get it back in this little thing. I don't know what happened. Huh. Ah! Sorry, didn't mean to drop you. Scared me as much as it scared you, I'm sure. Okay, this is the rubber thing that holds that on, but it somehow fits. Okay, it goes in here now. Just a second, let me figure this out. That goes here. Ah, okay. Sorry about that. It's really, really tight. Okay. Are we there? Okay, sorry about that. Not a clue what happened. Hello. Okay. Take 3. try this again. I mean, what would it be without problems? Okay, let's try this again. Hey, I'm doing this without cats. Tigger's mad at me. I brushed him today. He has dandruff. Gosh, he hates to be brushed, but he needs it desperately. Since he was out all night before last, he's a mess. He got so dirty. He's black and he comes in looking brown. Can't stand it. Ooh, that looks ratty around the edge. Ooh. Now, these little things are hard to do. And boy, they want to burn up using that heat gun. And yes, I'm trying to hold my mouth right while I do those. I can't find my little scissors that I usually do this with. I saw them yesterday, and I thought, ooh, I ought to put those somewhere I can find them again. And of course I didn't. So now they're lost again. Is this about as much fun as watching paint dry? Hello. Hi, Tessa. Well, what'd I do with it? Oh, there it is. There. While I'm doing this, at least you can see what it is. Now we're making progress. Oh, I wish I had my other little scissors. I go so fast with those. These just aren't as sharp. Getting there. Now the hard part's done. Now, all the other butterflies, I couldn't find any of my small scissors. I happened to find these on the desk today when I was cleaning it up, so I at least could do it with the small ones. The smaller the scissors, the easier it is to cut them out, believe me. So don't find some small scissors if you're going to do any fussy cutting. It's easier to cut through the paper itself because of the thinner blade. It's less tiring on your hands. If you try to use a larger I've seen people do it with those larger full-size scissors, and I'm like, are you crazy? But I actually cut all the other butterflies using a larger pair of scissors, and they weren't larger. They were just not as big as they were a little bit smaller than they were smaller than these. They were about this length. And they still nearly killed my hand because I cut all of these butterflies out using those larger scissors. And I thought I was going to die. Okay. Now we have a butterfly. I'm going to put this other one up. This case is one of the little ones that comes in a set. I think there are 16 in the box from Michael's. They open up like the clamshell case, but it has 16 of these in it. And they had them on sale for $15 recently, so I bought a couple. I'm loving them. I'm really loving them because you can store all sorts of things in each individual one. Okay, now, next step. Let's see. Let's get rid of some of the white on the edges there. I think this will work on that one. I'm not real particular about what colors I'm using. I just want to get rid of a little bit of the extra white that's showing around those edges. Might add a little bit of depth on the edges. It's okay if it goes further onto it. Like I said, it just might add a little bit of depth to the coloring to it. Any white will be amplified by the gloss of the UTE. And if you don't have all the different colors, you can do it with just a black or a soot colored or even a pencil. Unless you want the bright white edge, that can, sometimes you can want that too. Ooh, I like that pink on the edge of this. Look, look, look. I'm tilting it, instead of doing it straight and just getting the edge, I'm tilting it in a little bit so it's getting a little bit in on the top of it too. So you can see it a little bit more. Okay, I think I did those. And this is scattered straw. I think it's kind of a more muted. More of a brown than a yellow. Now this, since it's done on regular paper, the colors aren't as bright. So I think having them in here, they love to stick to each other. I think I'm going to brighten the colors a little bit. And I know I found them earlier. Where are they? Is Tina around? Oh, I know where I have them. Just a moment. Make me step over you, Tigger. You are so lazy. There's my box. My glitter pens. And these should be stored on their side. If you have one that leaks, try to store it so it's tilted a little bit, so it doesn't leak out. But because if you store them upright, all the glitter actually settles down in the base and it's hard to get it to come out, to loosen up. Now, since this was printed on an inkjet printer, you can't keep messing with it too much. The color is going to start lifting and the black is going to start spreading around. Just like watercolors, you're going to reactivate it. So I try to not go over the same area too much. Ooh, wait a second. If I do that, that black's going to be really dark. I'll just glitter it this way. I have a black glitter. And if you really want to get a lot out, you can squeeze it a little bit, but be careful, because if you squeeze them too much, you'll really get a lot. And these pens do last quite a long time. This may be too bright to use. Let's see. Let's see what happens if I try to put a little bit on. Yeah, it covers it up. This is for darker. Let's see what about this one. It's not so dark that it can't take a little bit. Just cover, it changes the color a little bit. When the glitter isn't showing so much. It's built up right around the edge there. You can see there's a bunch of glitter right around the edge there. It tends to build up like that sometimes, and you gotta Gave it a couple of little squeezes, and I'm just going to spread some around on this one, just for the fun of it. Once I put the UT on it, you'll just see a little bit of a, oh yeah, it's getting some good shine to it. And I'll do one of these. I don't know if you can see the shine, the glitter that I got. Let's see if I can get it to shine. Let's see if I hold it right. I don't know if you can actually see the glitter or not. Okay. So, next part. Put these up. Come on. Go back where you belong so I can close it. It didn't go there. Okay. There now. That's where you belong. Next. Okay, scissors, go where you belong. There. Okay. What fell? Did something fall out? My scissors fell out. Get back in there. You do not jump out of your container. Next. These, most likely, I don't need to do anything to the back to because probably will be glued down to something, but I'll do a little something to them just in case. You never know. You might want to give it just as a little gift or something. Move this out of the way for the moment. Now you can use just about anything you want on the back. I used my Nouveau. Okay, I think, let's see, I have several colors here. These are the different colors I used on the back of the other butterflies, so I'm going to see which colors might look good on the back of these. I think that definitely for that one. That might do okay for that. This for this. This for this. Actually, I like the green for that one. Okay, you guys, what color is going to be best for these? That's too pink. No. Can you use any sort of paper? Well, I think so. This one is just plain copy paper. So we're going to see how well it does. These are photo paper. And the other ones I did were photo paper. So we're going to see how well this holds up. Okay, which one should I use for these? Doesn't really matter, you're not going to see the back. I think the peach works better than any of them for these. Okay. I might do a couple of them with the lavender just for the fun of it. And this dries almost instantly. As soon as it touches the paper, it's dry. It only takes a few seconds to dry. That way, if you do something with it that you can see the back looks pretty. See? These are water-based. These are the Nouveau. This is the lilac lavender. I love these. And I have learned a trick with them. Where's my... Okay, I have it here. I filled it. Ha. Before I close them, I do one little mist spritz. Helps keep them from drying out. No, it's not my router. I have no idea why it's doing this because I have a very fast connection. I ought to have him come check it though, but I don't want to pay another $200 for another one. Now, if you get too much water on this stuff goes on real thin. I think I put too much water on this one last night. And if they get too dry, which none of these are, but if you have these and they get too hard and dry, I'm going to show you what to do. Does anybody have any of this Nouveau Mousse that I should show you what to do? Because I have had them come and they're very dry feeling. Feel very hard and dry. See, this is going on kind of thin because I got a little bit too much water on it last night. I could work it down into it and get away from the thin water on the top. But it doesn't want to. It wants to give me the watery stuff. But it still looks okay. Comes off your fingers easy though. But this is water-based. You can actually put a little bit down, add a little water to it, and paint with it. You know, just about anything that's water-based, you can do that. That one was so wet, I didn't need to add any moisture to it. Same as this one. I also do the spritz of water with my Delusions paints because they get very, very thick. These colors are so rich, though. I love them. Buffing that to get it to buff up a little bit. Okay, almost done. Goes pretty fast when you just kind of separate them out and get at it. I got a little chunk of it and I just flatten it out and whoop. I use these to do envelopes too. I love using them on envelopes. And I'll show you one I have right over here next to me. I found when I was straightening up my desk. And I said, since it's water-based, it comes off very easily. And of course, if I wanted to, I could use multiple colors back here. You could actually do punch out something like white butterflies, or if you have a Sizzix or something and just a butterfly frame outline, you could just cut out butterfly outlines and just color them like this. You could do, multiple colors on them or something, and then they'd be beautiful once you put the UTE on them. I'll show you what I mean. Everything's complete without a hair. And a cat hair. There. This piece of paper is getting rather colorful. It'll make a good background at some point. Now this is the one that's the copy paper. Yes, it is. Peach, I guess. I don't know. What's the color of it? Coral. Coral, C-A-L-Y. Calypso. Coral Calypso. Now, I do have a few colors that I have an extra one of these that I can, where's my, what do I do with that little box? Probably for $1 or so. If we put several things together, it'd be worth it, of several other things, because I have so many different things that if you want to try, instead of buying a whole big thing, you don't know if you're going to like them or if you want several colors. I have little containers, and I'm looking for my box because I was using it earlier. I don't think I've put them up. Oh, it's right here. That I can put some in one of these and sell you just a little bit. Now, I had to buy the containers too, so, but, you know, if you wanted to buy 5 or 6 different colors, it'd be worth it, because these are not cheap. They're almost $10 a piece. But to be able to get a bunch of different colors, it'd be worth it. And like I said, these are fun to work with. Let me show you this envelope I did using them. This is just using the Nouveau Mousse. I had so much fun doing this envelope. Just did the front. I was just playing. It just has so much shine. And I don't know, I used, oh boy, I used a red, a purple, a green, a blue, and a yellow, it looks like. Looks like I used 4 colors. I don't know, red, purple, green, blue, 5 colors. But it sure shines. Should have done the back too. Probably got interrupted for dinner or something. I do a lot of those when I'm at my parents' house. Okay, those are all done. Now the fun part starts. Now, something I did for all of these, see they have a little bit of shape, which the way I shaped them is I just took a thumb on one side. You know, the body has two sides, the wings on either side. I just put my thumb on one side of the body and fold it up. Then I put my thumb on the other side of the body and fold it up. That's it. That's what helped give it a little shape on the wings. And then I just put my finger underneath the wing and curled it around. Under the wing, curled it around. And then just a little bit of flip of the bottom wings. That's it. It just gave the body a little bit of shape. Thumb on one side of the body, fold up. Nail on the other side of the body, fold up. A little bit curl over the wing. Just a little bit of curl on the bottom ones. And curl over your finger over the wing. That's all it took to shape the butterflies. It just gave them a little bit of body, and they'll flatten out some when they're done, but at least it gives the paper a little bit of body. These are all dry. Any moisture in them you will see when I do this now. Now, this is just, I measured out just a little thing of UTE. Again, if anybody doesn't want to buy a whole bottle, they get a thing of it from me. And this is just a little, this is about 1/5 of that big bottle. And it's plenty to go a long, long way. Let me put this where it belongs. A few things pretty much do have places where they belong. I don't need these over here. Okay, and this is my little homemade I need a pair of tweezers and a pokey tool. Where'd my pokey tool go? There's a pokey tool. I'd rather have my other one. Where'd it go? I had it. Oh well, this one's gonna work. I like the finer the tip, the better. Okie dokie. Let's do one of these first, little flat one. Just gonna blot it on the This is a Versamark. And the reason I don't have my full pad is because I can't find it. Drop it in there. Take it up gently with the tweezers. Now, as you can see, this is grainier than most embossing powder. That's what makes it an ultra thick. It melts into a thicker layer, and that's what you want it to do. You want a thick layer. Now, the trick with any embossing powder, especially this, because you don't want to blow this away, you don't want to blow it off of there, is start far away. And when you start seeing it melt, then move further up, closer to it. So if you start seeing stuff blow away, then move further away. Yep, there it goes. Now all melted. And if you can be fast enough, and I'm not. I see a whole section that didn't have any on it too. Now, I don't think I was fast enough to get any on it. Oh, I did. Ha! If you're fast enough before it cools off and hardens, you can dip it back in there without having to use any more Versamark. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Whoop, whoop. Darn it. I need to tighten this just a moment. Set this down. The end is very hot. What happened? I hit something and it went to black and white. Oh, that was interesting. I have that as tight as I can get it. It won't let me zoom now. Why did it let me zoom earlier and it won't now? Huh. Well, sorry, it won't let me zoom. Problem there, I think. Okay, I'm going to hold it flat while it cools and hardens because it wants to curl. And I'm going to have a hole in the center of it, but that's okay because what I'm going to do is once it's hardened, I'm going to get that out of there and then heat it up real quick to let that just melt right in the center. Now, I don't know if you can see, it has a little hole right in the center of it. But I'm going to heat it up one more time just to get that, let that hole. As soon as I see that melt right in the center, I'm going to stop. And of course it tried to undo again. Shoot. holding it kind of flat in my hand. All four sides, all kind of around. I don't want to put a fingerprint in the center of it, but as it cools, it's not completely hard, but it's cool enough that I can hold it, touch it. There. Now, I wonder if I can smooth it out. Let's see, where's my torch? Let's find out if I can smooth it out this way. Without catching it on fire. I just have this turned up just a little bit. Normally I'd put this just on my heat resistant mat, my slick mat underneath here. I do this to get bubbles out. There, that looks smoother. I can see the plate, the plastic in the plate is not happy with the heat. Ta-da! Took longer on that one, but it's a learning curve when you have a different shape. And you have your finished back and your finished front. And that's a nice little embellishment. Now, because it's not real thick, you can see I didn't do it real thick. Oh crap, not again. It's not real thick. So it still has a little bit of flexibility to it. Not much, but it does have a little bit of flexibility to it. I wouldn't bend it in half, but it's not completely rigid. But you can put it on something in the mail and it probably won't crack. Oh, this is frustrating. Well, looks like I'm back now. Okay. Versamark on the butterfly. And I can just work with the contours of it. I can reshape it a little bit before I dip it in there if I want. Looks like I have Versamark on it everywhere. It looks like it could use a little bit more on the tip of that. Now this is the one that's with the plain copy paper. So when we start heating it, have to be careful because this one's going to be real easy to catch fire. Okie dokie. And that is really covered. And it's going to be a lighter weight, so I'm going to go ahead and hold it down right there. Start heating. Now, if I could just pick up the tweezers quickly enough. Now I'm dropping some on in some places it needs it, that it's not going to stick, but if I stay up high enough, I shouldn't blow it off. Dumped it off the plate because I don't want it to melt all of that on the plate. They're going to get hot. Actually, if I stay far enough, whoa, I still blew some off. Takes longer when you stay so far away, but you can see it's starting to melt. Melting back here. And I can see the sparkle in it from the pins that I put on there. I can see the sparkle down in there. I'm sure you can't, but the sparkle from the pins definitely shows up. Bringing that up a little bit while it's still cooling, help keep it that way. Just being a little finesse while it's cooling. Till it's completely cooled, you can still work with it a little bit to get it to do what you want. So I'm just kind of working with it a little bit to hold the wings in little positions I want until it's completely cool. It's turned out really pretty. That sparkle in there is really pretty. I don't know if you'll be able to see any or not. Is it going to focus? Let me see. Let me move this light a little bit. You might be able to see if I move this light a little bit. I'm trying to see if it'll focus. There. Turned out very pretty. And that's just plain copy paper. Not bad for copy paper. Looks like we lost everybody. Is Stacy on or something? Or just everybody got bored? Shall we do this beautiful blue one? Should I put some sparkle on it first? I think it'd look good with some sparkle on it. What do I do with the pen? Okay, let's sparkle this little sucker up first. I'm gonna put a lot. Ooh, there's a lot of sparkle there. Oh, oh boy. Sorry, I keep getting out of frame. I keep leaning back. Trying to get it spread evenly. Although once the UTE hits it, it'll probably spread it around even more. Okay, that is one sparkly butterfly. a tiny bit. Yeah, it's a sparkly butterfly now. Okie dokie. Now the fun part. Now, I don't know if I mentioned to you, once you have a Versamark pad, no matter how grungy it gets to looking, don't throw it out. Just add more stuff to it. Just re-ink it. Doesn't matter. Ooh, I see a couple spots it didn't get. How did I miss that? Well, we'll have to take care of that. There. Okay, let's see how we do. This is heavy for me to hold. It's another thing about this heat gun. It is heavy. There we go. We're melting. Ooh, of course I left the tweezers right there where they get the heat. Ah, they're hot. Well, that was stupid. Blow the heat gun right into the container of UTE. That was smart too. Hi, Cherie. So we have Pauline, Cherie, and and Janice. Well, I'm glad you all didn't give up on me. Am I that boring? Hi, Sharon. Was just asking if I was that boring. It looks like everybody gave up on me. Come on, melt. Before my arm breaks off. There we go. I think I had it on there too long is the problem. Okay, let's bring this over here. I gotta dip this in there again. I gotta figure out how to get it on there where it's not. Of course, this one's being a troublemaker. This one's gonna have the most on it because I can't get some areas done. I'm gonna do this one more time and then I'm gonna go over some areas with the okay, different way to hold it. Okay, what is wrong there? That looks pretty good, actually. Oh, I see what I'm looking at. There's so much glitter on there. It was looking like it wasn't melting. It's just all the glitter I was seeing. Okay, okay. Let's see if I can lift this up a little bit. Let's get some, don't stick it in it. Trying to get a little shape to it before it starts to cool too much. There we go. Lifting up a little bit, get a little shape to it. There. Come on, cool, cool, cool. I do see a spot where it's, or is it just... Huh, there is a couple of dips in it for some reason. Huh. Let's try this. Now it's, yeah, I do have some little spots that just don't have it. That's weird. Let's see if I can fix it this way. Experimental. I think it made it worse. No, it did cover it. Don't smoke on me. Okay, that smoothed that out. Okay, let's smooth this out. Did you say I had it out of frame? It caught on fire. There's a little spot that's just driving me nuts. Ah, got it. All good. Yes, I'm a perfectionist. There was a little spot down here that wasn't smooth. It had a little, like, hole dent in it. Okay, guys, let's bend up, curve a little bit, and finish cooling. You'll want to come down a little bit while we're at it. Ooh, that's warm. Definitely going to take that shape. Mousse, yes. Let me find one where you can, there's one. Yeah, isn't autocorrect fun? Okay, now we have a shiny. Don't know why, I just have to wait for it to decide to let me tap to retry and it's right back. I don't know what its problem is. Very frustrating. Okay, we have a very shiny, pretty butterfly. Yeah, I like this one too. Nice. And it's pretty on the back too. I thought I was doing blue on the back of this one. Why did I do green or purple? I think it'd have been pretty with the purple or the blue. I could still put the other color on the back of it, but it would be green underneath where the, oh, that might be interesting. Shall I do it? Because it keep the other color as a resist, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what that would do over where the UTE is. Shall we find out? Hmm. Ooh. Huh. Now that's neat. There's not as much on this side. And of course another cat here. Oh, no, it isn't. I don't know what that is. It must be a string of UTE. Trying to get a thick layer of it on here to really show off the contrast. Yes, it's like a very thick paste. What is that? Now that's kind of neat. The more you rub it, the softer it gets. And when it let me see if I can find one that's really hard. There's my thing. Give me a second. I'm going to grab my thing of them, and I'll find it's really hard, and I'll show you what happens. Ah! My papers fell everywhere. I can smell where I got that one burning. Smells like I've been burning paper in the house. Oh. Hot in here. Okay, let me move some of these things. I'm going to put this one in the container with the others. So it's safe. Put this down here. Okay, this is how I store them. I'll put the top on this. And this is a great way to do your any embossing powders. And you know, you can always put them back in the little container and then just use one of these anytime you're embossing. Just dump your powder into it, use it to do the embossing, then put it back in the container. Okay. That one's a little soft. That one's soft. That one's fairly soft. Let's see if I can find one harder. Yeah, this one's harder. Found them harder, but that one's fairly firm. Let's see what this one feels like. I have every color they make in it. Yeah, that one's fairly soft. I've worked with them a lot recently, so I've softened a lot of them. I haven't worked with this one much lately. It's still soft. You can see all the different colors that are available. That one looks soft. Yes, it is. Yeah, that one hadn't been opened yet. I think that's about... This is all of my rubs and things that I have in here. I think, yeah, this is the firmest one of them. Now I have a different brand of rub. Let's see, I'll show you these. Nope, it's not them. I have another stuff too, but okay. If you ever get these and they are really hard, just take your palette knife and literally just start slowly scraping the top off, just like that, and you'll just slowly work it. See how I'm getting a little bit off? Even though this one's really firm, I'm just scraping the top off of it. I'm getting just a little thin coat off of it. And now look at it. It's already softening up. Look at that. This is how I soften it up. Now that's really pretty soft. Just by doing that little bit, it softened that up. So even though it feels like it's really firm, it'll soften up really easily. Now that's almost the consistency of a heavy cream, whipped cream, just by doing that. Even though when I first started with it, I couldn't even press my finger into it. Now it's almost like a heavy whipped cream, just by scraping that little bit off and working it. So even though you think it's gone bad because it's gotten so firm, you can do that and work it and it'll soften right back up. I discovered that by working with it. And it's so pretty. And like I said, this is water soluble. You can actually put some in a bottle of water and make it into a spray. I haven't done it. You want to try? Shall we try it and see? What color should I do? Yeah, there are a bunch of colors, all right. What color should I make into a spray? Blue. Okay. I have blue. This is Pacific teal. I have the cornflower blue, the Pacific teal. Okay, I think those are the only two blues. Which one? Okay, Pauline, which one? Pacific teal or cornflower blue? You choose. They look darker in this. The Pacific teal is definitely a teal. It has the green in it. The cornflower blue is almost a baby blue. Teal. Okay, we do teal. Shh. Come on, come on, come on. Ah. Sit. Know what I knocked off. Let me figure out what I knocked off first. Don't know, don't care now. Okie dokie. Spray bottle. Oh, don't like that. Just knocked off some bottles. One spray bottle. And I buy these little bottles because that way I don't have to mix up a big bunch. And these bottles, I know, when you put it in there, it's going to go all the way. Look how far that goes down. And I don't want it to go that far down. See how that does. Still goes a little far. I don't want it to go all the way to the bottom. There. That should do it. There. It's touching the little raised part, but it has a little bit depth there that anything that settles can settle all the way down the ridge. So that should work. I'm going to first clean some of this off of here. Okay, I was using it. Where did it go? Okay. A little funnel here that came with some of my bottles. Handy little sucker. I have a bottle of distilled water here. Put some water in here. Now, I am going to actually soften some up first so it'll dissolve more quickly. My thumb will cover that pretty good. Okay, dissolve, you silly stuff. I bet I should have done it in warm water. I'm rubbing it on the neck with the water touching it. I can see the sparkly in it. Tiniest bit at a time and rubbing it on there so it's a real thin layer. There's still some pieces down in the bottom. It's got sparkly stuff flowing around in there. I don't know if you can see the sparkly swirling around in there. It's not focusing, is it? Where is my little... I had it out here. I was using it. What did I do with it? I had a little palette that would work great to get this to dissolve faster if I could just figure out what I did with it. I was using it today. It cannot have walked too far. Oh, wait a second. I think I know where it is, right behind me. Go that way. Are you in this box where I took everything off the table? Don't see it. That's weird. Always grab another one. Oh, there's one. Different palette, but it's a palette. Oh my gosh, I have more crap on the floor now. Okie dokie. Now let's try this. Now we can dissolve that in there. That'll work. are my pipettes. Okay, there are 4 of them here somewhere. Ta-da! A little bit of water. Now, ta-da! And a little bitty spoon. Clean enough to do this with. It will be in a second. Where there's a will, there's a way. So I have a little palette, a little bit of water, and some of this. So now I can really liquefy it, kind of like a mortar and pestle. There we go. There. That works much better. Should have thought of that in the first place. There we go. Okay. Ta-da! That worked much better. Look at the sparkle settled on the bottom. Well, let's see what we have. Has a blue tint. Okay, I set the heat done down, so let's see what we have. And we have a pearl spray. We definitely have a pearl spray. Probably want to put a little bit more in it than what I did, but it definitely makes a pearl spray. I would add a drop or two of ink to it. In fact, oh, I had the perfect ink. Probably doesn't even need this. Ooh, let's see where did I put it? Let's try this ink in it. Put it over here somewhere. And we started. Here it is. Look at that. See what this ink looks like in that water. This is some stuff I just got. I add a little bit more water to this. Yeah, this is distilled water. I added 3 drops of this ink. Now let's see what we have. This is just a dictionary that I use to try things in. Ooh, that's pretty. This is some other that I had mixed earlier that I wasn't happy with, so I added 2 drops of green and 2 drops of blue to it. And add a little bit more water and see what I have. Might as well find out. Boy, I added too much water to that. Okay, let's see what we have. I think it needs a little bit more blue. too full. Oh, there it is. Good thing about having a big book like this is you can close it up and the pages will come out flat. Then I can punch stuff out of them. Oh yeah, I think I'm liking this color now. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. I like that color. Let's add some gold to that and see what it does. That's very metallic too. Yeah, I'll call them and find out what's going on because that's frustrating. Ooh, what's going on there? Come on, get in there. Ah, trying to stick to sticky. I need to get that sticky off of there. Now that should not be too full. Now let's see what this one does. Oh yeah, that's shiny. Yes, I had this yellow whatever that I had done and I wasn't happy with it either, but I added a gold to it. Ooh, it is shiny. Here, I'll do it by itself here. And let's see, I have a red. Maybe I should do a red by itself. See, this is why you buy little bottles. can do a bunch and not feel bad. It doesn't cost you a fortune. And you can do all sorts of colors and have fun. And it's not hard to mix more. Okay. Stuff's really thick. Okay, let's see what this one does. Ooh, it looks pink. Ooh. That page will be nice to punch some things out of. It is shiny. And I know exactly what I'm going to use it for. I already have some idea, a plan for some embellishments that I'm going to do, so that's why I'm working on getting some pages colored. Idea. Let's see. Yes, I'm playing. They are from Hero Arts. They're Glimmer Metallic Ink. Permanent for use on most porous and non-porous surfaces. Acid-free, archival, and fade-resistant. HeroArts.com. I just got them. They are extremely thick. Not like anything I've tried before. Shaking, and I don't even hear anything shaking. Look at this. Can you see how thick it is on the thing? They are very thick. It's not quite as thick as honey, but it kind of reminds me of kind of like a warm honey. Actually, thicker than warm honey. There's some pretty colors. But they are shiny because they're a metallic. That page needs some gold in it. I like that page. Oh, you want to see some pretty colors? I have something else that will knock your socks off. I have a set that will knock your socks off. That's for another day, and they are also metallics. I have all sorts of fun things to play with, and we're going to have some fun. This is just a start. This is just a start tonight. Just to play around and see what we can do. Ooh, forgot about the purple. Oh, I love metallic. If it's shiny, you got me. Got to do the purple. Can't do this and not do the purple. I bet the purple feels left out. Okay, let's try the purple. Do the purple. I'm using this heat gun and then setting it on my lap across my jeans. I swear I smell the cotton in my jeans burning. Did anybody see where I put the pipette? Ah. Found it. I don't know if you can see when I drop this in how thick it is. It doesn't even mix into the water till I shake it. It just goes down. Are you serious? It started to... it just drops down to the bottom in a blob. It doesn't even mix into the water when I drop it in. That's how thick this stuff is. Let me put the top on. But see, it just settles down to the bottom. That's thick stuff. Still sitting on the bottom. No, it's not fighting, it's just crying. Okie dokie. I put 7 drops in. And I'm back. Yeah, I'm screaming with you, Pauline. All I did was added some red to it and dried it. Now, this is, anybody left? Anybody coming back? I'm sorry, I just find out because this and I can't have it doing this. But for anybody beginner, which I don't know if we have, I don't know who's here. It's just you and me, I think. But that's one thing I want to show anybody that's a beginner, including me, because I'm lousy with colors. I am so lousy with colors. But this is the way to do it. You just sit down with some book, go to the thrift store, get a big book, pay 50 cents for it, and make up some colors, get spraying. Flip a page and spray, flip a page and spray, mix your colors and spray, mix your colors and spray. And see what works, what looks together, what good together, and what doesn't. It's cheap, it's fun. You learn what colors look together and what don't. You learn how to mix your colors, you have fun, and you're making lots of background. If you have stencils, you can throw stencils on there and use those. And you end up with a wealth of stuff to work with. But a big book like this, you get lots of stuff. You close it up and it'll help flatten the pages out. I like that. Close it and see what it does. Go. Oh, there it is. Almost dried it. Looks like this dry fast too. I just realized you can't see what I'm doing there. just added purple to that page. Well, that's weird. Someone asked me something and I'm trying to go to it and it won't let me. And I'm just on my tablet. That's weird. Huh. That's really weird that it won't let me. Well, I guess I've probably done enough considering all the buffering and all the kicking. Ah, I just burned my arm. That was smart. Oh, somebody's back. I don't know who. I'd have no idea what us out. It's just so frustrating. Look at all the pretty, look at the pretty colors. Oh, I love them. I love them. They are so pretty. Oh my God. That's insane. Oh. Hi, Cherie. Oh my gosh, that's insane. I'm sitting here just staring at my make some very pretty flowers, some ephemeral flowers. They're going to make some little tiny roses, look like little roses. And they're all shiny. They all have shine in them. These are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I have some other stuff that I think will do the same thing. And I think I have a lot more colors. I think I have about 12 different colors in it. Gonna have to try it too. Gonna have to figure out a way to put this camera so you can get more of my desk, because right now you're just getting a little corner of it because the way I have it set up. That's why I keep pulling you out of frame. Sorry, I do apologize. I think this is my dictionary I've had most of my, forever and ever. Let's here is this one. Tuesday, I'm some 1993. I haven't had it that long. Oh God, I burned my arm. Tuesday, I'm going to get some encyclopedias from 1961. And they have the perfectly yellowed pages. I am so excited to go get them. And the pictures in them are black and white. They're going to be wonderful to use for stuff. Oh, I can't wait. I couldn't make myself get out of the bed and go this week. I tried. I was just too tired, but I'm going to go Tuesday. They're only there Thursday mornings. And I'm not a morning person. I'm usually going to bed when they're getting there. So it's kind of tough. Well, should I let you all go, or should I do some more of the UTE, or let's see. What else was I thinking of doing? There was something else I had planned, and I can't remember what it was. My brain's half fried. As a resist for painting. Let's see. I want to do it on multimedia paper. Let me put this down. I want to do it with a black and with a clear. So let me put these up for right now, because I'll finish these later. I still have a whole bunch of these to do. But I really, really, really want to try these stamps. I think you're going to love them. Okay, I need this. Let me put these up. I don't need these anymore. The more stuff I put up, the better shape. I take a second and put these in their container. It only take me a second to put them away. That way they're not on my desk. Come on, close. What's keeping you from closing? It's sitting on that. Okay. And that one's sitting on that. Okay, now it should close. Now what's keeping it from closing? Well, I know they all fit in there. I keep them in there all the time. Well, this is frustrating. Come on. Come on, guys, cooperate. This is where you've lived there for a long time, so I know you all fit in there. Who's not cooperating? You're not cooperating right there. Get in there. No. Behave. Naughty children. This is just plain weird. I'm back. This can go over here. This can go back up here. Don't need the torch. This can go where it belongs. if it can go up there now. Okay. Hi, Tigger. No, I'm not going to step on you. Now, I love these stamps, and I haven't tried them yet. I've had them for quite a while. Oh. My hands. Show on the back. Oh, there. There are 4 of them. The set is called Flutterby Butterfly Collection. They're all butterflies, but it's, you know, this is a big butterfly. This is little butterflies on leaves. This is an abstract butterfly. And these are pretty abstract. Are so cool. I think they just seem like this to use either with the alcohol markers or watercolors. I think watercolors be so fun. Okay, I need to get, oh, I need my big block. Didn't grab my block. Ah. One block. Just looking for one of my, oh, hi Tigger. What? You're confused, aren't you? I can't wait till I don't have to keep walking back and forth to my craft room to get things. And get something else. Okay. Let's get a piece of paper out. You see me in there trying to find this paper. I kept pulling out watercolor paper. And it's like, I don't want watercolor paper. Is there an easier way to get this paper out of here? I know it has the little tear thing there, but... by 12. stamp 6 by 4.5. Yeah. And this paper is 9 by 12. So if I just cut this paper in half, we can do 2 of them on it. I think that would be good. You think? Don't need you either. 6. Oh, great. I grabbed one. Figures. It's draw. I hate these. The stupid cutting blade falls out so darn easily. Ugh. Come on. There has to be a package in here. I bought them. And I've used. Just a second. Ah! This is why people don't get any crafting done. Because they're chasing everything down. Found it. Does anybody have this problem? I wish they'd make these so that it didn't fall out so darn easily. Yeah, postcard size, aren't they? Might as well cut a couple more while I'm at it so I can put this away and add them. Damn it. Seriously? Well, now it has me back. I completely exited, then came back in, and I was fine. For some reason, it didn't have anything to do with me and my network at home. It had to do with exiting out of the live stream on YouTube and coming back into it, going to another play on YouTube and coming back into it. Strange. I just had to leave this, open another YouTube, then come back in this, and it worked fine. Had nothing to do with my network at home. Okay. Hi, Tina. Well, I have been doing some UT. I did some butterflies with it, and then we played with making some sprays out of some inks and sprayed some pages in a and been having some problems with buffering, and I just discovered it's not with my network. Every time I buffer, if I exit the live stream, open up another YouTube, anything, and then come back in this, it works fine. And no, I have not found my Versamark. I made myself a little one. Oh. I am reluctant to open up that other new thing of Versamark I have because I know my Versamark is around here somewhere. And not only is my Versamark missing, but my heat tool is missing. I'm using a big industrial one. Oh, crud. I know what I forgot to do. There it is. A little crooked. Oh, time. Didn't quite get it on the edge here. So it is definitely crooked. Now this is the detail embossing powder. It's like Now, is anybody else buffering? I'm gonna make this easier. I have Tina, Cherie, and Pauline. Ah, Tina, Cherie, Pauline. Okay. Okay, well, if yours keeps buffering, like I said, what I did is I just immediately chose another YouTube video that's, usually underneath them that you can find. There are other suggestions. I just choose another one of those, choose it, and then go right back to this one, and it's fine. And this buffering has something to do with YouTube. It's not me. It's I really wish I could keep it from doing that. I don't know what I can do other than pray to the internet gods. I think I just found my other tablet that I've been looking for. I just heard it come from the other side and make sounds. I'm going to do several of each of these. And if anybody wants me to send me your address, because I can't I'm terrible at tracking down addresses. So instant message me your address and say postcards, and I will send you a set of these. And you can color them. Does that sound like fun? And I don't think anybody was here to even hear me say that. Oh dear. Just can't find my big pad. It's the same thing I put the pad in your thing, Tina. Ooh, that doesn't look like it did good. It's feeling dry. I'm just rubbing this into the pad, down into the pad. How many times can I lose my little cloth that I wipe everything on? Here's another one. These are little cotton surgical things. Let's see if this one had enough on. Now that I stuck my finger on it, and I forgot the little thing on it, well, we'll find out. Well, it looks like it took it. Didn't do as good. I'm just decided to go ahead and do all of these at once because I keep forgetting. And this is cornstarch I had. I made myself these little bags because I kept losing those too. I don't know how I lose them because they sit here on this table and they go right up there on the little shelf thing, but I lose them. So I made several of them. And it seems like this is the only one around. I think I made 5, and this seems to be the only one. Don't ask me where they go. Not a clue. And the purpose of this, if anybody that is here that doesn't know, this starch, and it's to, number one, get rid of any static on the page, and to get rid of any oils on the page that your fingers or anything else may have left. So when you use the embossing powder, the only thing the embossing powder will stick to is the actual whatever you use, whether it's a thin ink or just that and nothing else on the page, you hope. That's the entire plan. It's always good to have a very thin, soft available. So after you've put your embossing powder on the page, you can look to see if there's any stray embossing powder anywhere that you can lightly brush off, because anything that's sitting there will melt onto the page. You're doing this, it's easier to bring the paper to the stamp than it is to put the stamp on the paper. Unless you're using something like a Misty or, one of the stamping platforms. That looks good. I'll go ahead and do 2 of them while I'm at it. I'm trying to hold the paper just by the edges since I've already done that on this. I don't put any oils on the paper. Here comes Peter Pot Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail, hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. How does that song go? Da-da. Something for the girls and boys. It's been a long time since I thought of that one. Okay. Oh, okay. I think I got the wrong side. Oh well. supposed to and turn that way. Jeez. That looks pretty good. And one more. And the magic again. I love the magic part. My favorite part. Some here that doesn't belong, some between these. Wow, that is a mess right there. See all this? Don't that? No idea. Just the lightest touch. The slightest mistake will take the wrong stuff off. So trick is don't get overzealous and try to get it all. Just get enough to make it look better. Oh, hello, Tigger. Hello. You just jumped on my back. Not a real good thing to happen when I'm in the middle of doing this. Luckily, it didn't make me shake. Hi, what you doing? What you doing, boy? Thank you for getting off the chair. You were making the chair shake. There, that looks a bit better. Still a little dirty there, but if I can get a little bit of it clean, then it won't look quite so bad there. I don't have to get all of it clean, but if I can get a little bit of it clean, it will not be noticeable on this side. There. I think that's good enough. Said it doesn't all have to be clean, but just enough that there, that should do it. Okay, now, before I make any more messes, Ah! Day. Oh, wow. Gotta find my heat gun. Okay, got it. That looks good. You can see when you don't get it all good, it just kind of turns into a little bit of a blurry mess. Oh, mustard. Is he by any chance yellow? Got it. Okay. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, I need to get myself some dinner. I'm going to do a whole set of these And anybody that messaged me and told me they wanted a set, I will send them to you as long as you had the address there. You'll get at least 4 cards. So they may be the black or they may be clear on white. So whichever they'll be fun to color, whether you use watercolor or whichever kind you want. You'll have fun coloring them. So I hope you have a good night. I hope I wasn't too boring tonight. And I do sincerely apologize for all of the buffering. And unfortunately, the cats didn't make an appearance tonight, although Tigger tried. He jumped on my back very unexpectedly. Let me know in the comments if you want later, or come back later and let me know if there's anything you're interested in seeing me do. Want me to cover in depth more, do a little bit different or extra. And have a good night, okay? Good night, Pauline. Good night, Cherie. Good night, Tina. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Now I got to figure out how to turn it